Hello guys, this is Junsu Kim. Today's deck profile is a Digimon deck profile. I got third place with this deck, and it's a deck that it's really fun. I think it's also really a meta competitor deck, and also this deck has a really good time playing against yellow, but will have a bit of a rough time playing against like kind of like green decks or some decks that are really high pace that just OTKs you almost in 1 or 2 turns. So yeah, so today's deck profile will be purple. I've been playing purple a lot, and purple has been a really fun deck, and it's really enjoyable too. So yeah, so let's go to the deck profile. So starters, I am playing the one Gigimon and four Demimeramon. I'm playing one Gigimon because you can actually replace Gigimon to Xiaomon if you want, but Gigimon has a secondary effect where if the Digimon is on top 2 dies, you can give 2000 DP to another purple Digimon you control. So it's kind of like a unique thing. It's kind of like a one of, and since your purple dies consistently, it's good. It's there's sometimes it backfires because you sometimes give it to a rookie and you want all your rookies in your purple Digimon to either die for you because they all have a net profit on it. So and obviously Demi Maramon at 4 is staple because obviously this deck is the main Digitama. You draw one and you discard one, and you also like to fill up your graveyard for this deck. Purple likes to have a lot of graveyard because obviously you're gonna revive them or you're gonna use your graveyard to make control and make tempo. So yeah, that's it for Digitamas. For your rookies, the rookie ratio you could actually change. I actually do want to change my rookie ratio. I would suggest some cards here in the deck profile. So obviously, for the starters, you're playing your standard, which are like 4 Gilmons, obviously because it gains you 1 memory. You're playing 4 Tapirmon, obviously because Tapirmon lets you draw one when it dies, and obviously you're playing 4 Candlemon. Candlemon is a cost two. It's a cost two. You can hard cast, or you can use it to just to evolve. Because sometimes, most of the time, you want these guys to be hard cast, and then you punch into your opponent, or use like your big boss monsters effect to let them die. But the only problem here is that I'm playing also one fake Agumon expert. Fake Agumon expert is good because it does have some a bit of recovery because I can add either these two or I can add actually Megidramon with this because it adds one level. No, I can't add Megidramon. I'm sorry. I mean, it can add one level 3 that has on deletion effect. So either of these. So it has like a recursion ability. So you can have it. But I would suggest to either cut this and add two Chukaimon. Chukaimon, that one has an effect here inherent. You either want to play that or actually bump this to one more. Because you go through your rookies way too much to the point that I kind of like was losing tempo because I was running out of rookies. So yeah, that I would suggest. So yeah, that's it for your rookies. For your level fours, it's the level four is pretty standard, but you can change what you want to change. So obviously I'm playing the 4 Devimon, obviously because this is the main blocker, cost one. Yes, unfortunately, unlike the blue blocker from the structure deck, this is only a 5k, which the blue structure deck blocker is a 6k, but it's a one cost, so it's kind of like a staple for purple. You kind of want to have it in your deck. And this is kind of like a controversial, I guess, because I'm only playing 3 Devimon. The only reason I'm playing 3 Devimon is because it's good and it's bad. The reason why it's good is it gives your Digimon vengeance, so it's inherent, and it has vengeance, so you can just out anything else. It's also bad because it does come up and it does not come up. Because like in mirror matches, this is terrible. I was up against two more purple decks, and this was terrible. Because one time I think I smashed into a purple Digimon and this died and that purple Digimon died. Or that purple Digimon, my opponent, will smash into this, so both will die. So he had a higher DP, yet this one died. So and he had a net more profit on it than I did. Because this one was just on the field. So yeah. So your other cost one is for 3 Meramon. I do suggest I do suggest to play one more Meramon, because you want that cost one is actually really good. Yes, or you can play 4 Devimon if you want. Well, I've been playing this deck for not that long, so it's like only been 2 days, 3 days, I guess. But I do wish I had one more of these because you go through your cards really fast and you have like cards that mills you. So yeah, I wish I had to play one more of these. So yeah. And finally, your last level 4 is one Black Growlmon. I know you would have told me to cut this and add either Devimon, or actually you would say add Devimon and or add Meramon. The thing is, this came in clutch, and it's like because it's Digimon. Digimon is kind of like a situational based game because unlike other card game, Yu-Gi-Oh or any other fast tempo card game, Digimon is also has this kind of niche scenarios. So this inherent effect does come up because when this died, I was able to give ChaosGallantmon when the Digimon above this died, which was Chimeramon. I hard evolved it, by the way. When it died, I gave one more security to ChaosGallantmon and just ChaosGallantmon OTK because ChaosGallantmon had a Black Wall Growlmon underneath it. So yeah, so that's it for your level 4s. Next for your level 5s, you're playing the standard 4 Black Wall Growlmon because obviously this one has an effect which is Digiburst 3, and then you special summon one from your trash, a level 3. And obviously you want to play 4 of these because this is your main like kind of combo piece. This is also kind of like the card you always want to go into because its inherent effect is when the Digimon above this attacks, you can delete one of your Digimon and restand this Digimon. So it's a really good card. I don't You can activate this effect even if you have nothing in your trash because you infinitely have a level 3 underneath this guy, so you can digiburst it. This is not a when digivolve effect, this is a main effect, so just wanna clear that up. And the other level 5s is 2 Lady Devimon. Lady Devimon, you get to draw cards. It's a really good card, but its inherent effect is kind of mediocre, I have to say. It didn't really come up all the time because I was busy using this guy. So yeah, and the last 2 card that is like your exploder kind of hard cast play is your 2 Chimeramon. Chimeramon is really strong. Actually, late game when you and your opponent are going through your deck really a lot, this card comes in clutch. And yeah, so that is for your level 5s. Moving to your level 6s. Now this level 6 ratio can be changed, but to me, I think this is the perfect ratio. Obviously, you're playing your 4 ChaosGallantmon. ChaosGallantmon is really strong as it's like your main boss monster of the deck because this is a ChaosGallantmon deck anyways. That's why you're playing all the rookies that will benefit off this. So this one on summon can also delete a level 5 or lower Digimon on the field, which actually like inherently it's really strong because like your opponent will have to sacrifice a level 5 which was going to their level 6 place anyways. So yeah, it's a really good card. The only problem I have with this card is a cost 4. Yes, you can kill Guillimon, but there's some scenarios where you don't draw into Guillimon, so that's kind of like unfortunate. You pass the 4 memory your opponent and your opponent is playing red. Alright, they're gonna just do Gaia Force or do whatever to ChaosGallantmon. So but I didn't go up against red that much on the locals. I was up against 2 mirror purple, which actually level 5 for purple have no on deletion effect. It's all on the rookies or on the level 6, which I'm the only one who's running it. And yeah, actually this card is really strong. It's really good. I opted for the original art because I think it looks good, looks better, and there's Megidramon at the back if you can notice. So yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. Oh, shout out to Aqua OCG. Also, they're the ones who was able to help me get this card because I was looking for this, and they're pretty kind of hard to get. So yeah. And for your other level 6, I just want to emphasize 3 Megidramon. Uh, The reason why is that I love this card. I won a game by decking out my opponent because of this. Because on evolution, both players will trash five, and I was kind of like on a bricky situation where I was hard casting level fives and level fours, so I wasn't really going through my deck a lot. My opponent was like drawing half of his deck, and I just made like two of these, and two of these died. Made ChaosGallantmon, and crap, he was decked out. Yeah, and also this has a very unique effect. Its second effect is when this Digimon dies and you control a Tamer, you can play a Gallantmon, so you can play the red Gallantmon, or you can play Chaos Gallantmon, this one, which I actually think this is much better. Uh, so that from your trash and your hand, or your hand. So yeah, it's really good. When I was playtesting this against Lord Nightmon, I was able to crash two of these to a Lord Nightmon, and yeah, I was able to like play two Chaos Gallantmon, which was like really insane. So yeah. And for your level sevens, this you can change the ratio completely. You can play cards that you don't want to play. I just think this was kind of like the best ratio for me, and because this is the only card I currently have, I wish I had much. I think only one card I wish I had more, but kind of scenario-ish, like it really worked out. So obviously you're playing two Zwarts, the Zwart SR. This Zwart is really strong, especially on purple, because not only you just get the mill 3, you can play and it costs 8 or lower, which your whole level 5 or below are cost 8 below. And this has an effect with Chimeramon because this doesn't negate Chimeramon's on play effect. So you can use Chimeramon's on play effect, which is like a really unique thing. Or you, if you're going to grind game, you can just make your blockers, or you can make this, which came in handy in some scenarios, but I don't really suggest it. But in late game, you do want to summon blockers or your Chimeramon if your opponent has like level fives on the board. So yeah. Also, this card can also like delete your opponent that is a cost 12 or below by returning back at level 6, which usually I used it to return back Chaos Gallantmon, and yeah, it made my next place live. And also this card can be made with Omegamon X antibody. The reason why I'm playing one of these is because I'm also playing one Zwart Defeat. So Omegamon X, you can actually make it with the three Zwarts you control because they contain Omnimon in their name by reducing it to 3 cost. Uh, Note that this card is completely cursed because if you will ask my locals, I've been drawing it like nobody's business. It's been annoying. But I mean, one time this came out, Zwart Defeat came out from security, and I was able to make it to Omnimon X, and I just won from there actually, because I was up against a like a purple metal black metal Garuru deck, and obviously that's like a high Digiburst tempo, and I was able to make Omnimon X and just start clearing his board in the grind game, so that's how I won. This card came in really clutch. Also, this guy's clutch. I wish I was playing two of these, but I didn't have the last copy, so I opted for Omnimon X. And actually, I think that was a really good call because since Omnimon X was actually the guy that actually like helped me push through a lot of other meta decks, and actually gave me a chance against green. For fuck's sake, that deck is so broken. For your option cards, I'm playing two Demonic Disaster and two Deathclaw. I use Deathclaw because I was thinking like my opponent's gonna have I'm gonna be facing against Rookie Rush, which didn't really happen. But also it's a really good card because it just makes me kill my own Digimon. That is also like a net profit for me that I also wanted to do. So yeah, Demonic Disaster has a really great combo with your Chaos Gallantmon or Megidramon. If you want your Megidramon to die faster while smashing into security, then yeah, this is the card that you use. That's for option card. And for your Tamers, 3 Matt Ishida. Obviously, only 3 because I don't think it's mandatory to run 4 of these. I don't know, but I prefer to only run 3 of these. It's because, well, obviously, this card is good and it's also not good. This card is good when you have graveyard setup because you add any purple card from your hand, from your trash to your hand. The only problem with this card is if you have nothing on your fucking graveyard or your trash, you're adding nothing. You're just playing it to set to memory 3. Yes, setting memory 3 is good, but it also has a lot of drawbacks into it. Because if you have nothing, you're just netting nothing, actually. Yeah, and also forgive me for the just rare because I ordered one of these and it got delayed. So, well, we're in a pandemic, so what can I do? So yeah. Anyways, that's it. That's it for my deck profile. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.